You know how everybody's talking about private and public and what works better and what has more bureaucracy, etc. Well, it's funny because in this week I had two stories that happened to me that showed me the bureaucracy of the private industry and also of the government. And let's see which one came out on top. For the private industry, it was about my DirecTV. I found out today as it was getting fixed that my neighbor had cut my cable. Who cuts a DirecTV cable? Who does that? Okay, that's crazy, right? Didn't ask me. He's like, oh, yeah, that's interesting. Boom, snip, right? But that doesn't have anything to do with the story. So, but that's the reason I needed, I didn't even know until now, I needed to have it replaced, right? Because it stopped working. So I needed to have the cable replaced. So I called DirecTV. They say, okay, no problem. We'll send somebody out there, right? And I say, okay, that sounds good. And I've got insurance on it. Who buys insurance for DirecTV, right? But I don't know why, but I was extra careful. I think it's because I've had trouble with them in the past, and I didn't want any trouble. So they say, all right, we'll come out, and this happened a little earlier. So they said, we'll come out in a week, right? So they come out a week later. They were supposed to make me wait for 4 hours, 8 to 12 block. Everybody knows how this works, right, throughout the country, 8 a.m. to noon. And then they say, oh, sorry, yeah, it took a little while longer than we expected. They had me wait 6 hours. They finally show up at 2 o'clock. And the guy looks around and goes, oh, you need the cable fixed. Nah, that's a different department. You filled out the wrong form. I said, but I didn't fill out any form. Okay? I asked you guys to come here and fix the cable on my DirecTV. So what for? I didn't. And they're like, he's like, all right, let me call. He calls his boss and he says, yeah, no, can't do it. That's a whole different guy. That's the guy who actually fixes the cable. I'm like, what do you do, right? He's like, no, I don't do that. To this day, I don't know what he does. I mean, if you're the DirecTV repairman and you don't fix cables, what the hell do you fix, right? So he's like, no. It turns out at headquarters, they filled out the wrong form. All right, fine, they filled out the wrong form. I'm so angry, I can't take it. I call up DirecTV. I said, what the hell's going on here? And they said, oh, yeah, no problem. You're right. We filled out the wrong form, but we'll get it fixed for you. Oh, no, it turns out you're in a certain district where you're going to have to go to a subsidiary of ours for them to okay for us to send out the right guy to do the repair. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, yeah, we did this thing and we kind of outsourced it to someone else, so you're going to have to call this number because you live in that area. So then I call that number and they're like, yeah, okay, we don't have you in our records, but that's okay, we'll work beyond it. So I said, what's the problem? I said, the cable was coming from the front of the building and it needs to be in the back of the building and it's not even working. She's like, what do you mean front of the building or the back of the building? I'm like, what could I possibly mean? I mean, it was draped down the front of the building, and now I needed, if we're going to fix it, to drape down the back of the building, right? She's like, I don't know what you mean by front and back of the building. I was like, oh, God damn it, okay? So I got frustrated. So I said, God damn it. She's like, if you're going to curse at me, I can't continue. Boom, hangs up on me. Okay, so now I got to start back, because I can't call her again. I got to start back at DirecTV. All right, you see how this is going? Okay, it takes another 2 weeks before we finally get the cable fixed. So now that's your very efficient private system that we've got here. Now, I'm not saying I want a public option for DirecTV, okay, for satellite television or cable television. But when they tell you, oh, don't worry, private industry is always super efficient, come on, we got to know better than that by now, right? And it's one thing when it's your cable TV. It's another thing when your life's on the line and it's healthcare. Now, on the other hand, public. The post office is public, and a lot of times Republicans will say, what, you want health care like the post office? You go wait on lines forever. Post office, right? Okay, that's interesting. Except here's what happened. You remember how I went to New Jersey last weekend, and I forgot my charger there. So I called my dad, can you send me the charger? He's like, sure, no problem. He's like, you need me to, UPS or FedEx it or something? I'm like, nah, it's not that important. I could, keep it alive in other ways. Just put it over, just send it through the post office, okay? Look, there's a public option and a private option, right? We go with the public option, the post office. You know when it got there? The very next day. What does a stamp cost? Now that one was charger, was a little larger, so I think it cost a little more. But a stamp normally costs 43 cents these days, right? Boom, there the next day. The government's so inefficient, can't get anything right. Look, I'm not telling you the government gets everything right, and I'm not telling you the private industry gets everything wrong. Those would be absurd and insane points, the kind of points that Republicans would make blanket statements like that, black and white. What we got to figure out is, hey, where should we use the government? Where should we use private industry? And where should we have a combined system where we have options? So don't buy into demagoguery about how the government can't do anything right and a public option would be a meltdown. It's absurd. And of course, if you ask those same exact people, as we've shown you over and over again, hey, how would you like me to take away your Medicare? The government better not take away my Medicare. I'm entitled to that. Oh, so you're entitled to the government-run single-payer system, which is much more government-run than any public option would be. So those are some of the ironic parts of their statement.